Hello my dear students. So once again I'm back with the concept of supply schedule, okay? Market supply schedule and individual supply schedule. So the explanation part of this one is already completed. Now what I'm going to do from this table is that I'm going to derive, okay, derivation of individual supply curve and market supply curve. So with the help of this given information, we can derive the individual supply curve as well as market supply curve. So let's start with the first one. And while doing that, while deriving the individual supply curve, what I have to do that here, I will consider the quantity supplied by only one producer, okay? In the case of individual supply curve or derivation of individual supply curve, I will consider only this. I will consider only this quantity supplied by individual producer. So with the respect to this price, I will plot only this quantity, okay? Then whatever the curve will get, that will be our individual supply curve. And when when the quantity supplied by all the producer A plus producer B plus producer C will be included, that means when we are plotting this 330 kg at rupees 10 and 400 kg at rupees 20 and 480 at rupees 30, then whatever the curve will get, that will be your market supply curve. So first I will drop this, and before this one, I have to copy this one. 330, 480. Okay. So quantity supply at price 10, market supply. I will copy it here. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me to plot. So first one at price 10, we have 330 kg. Okay. Then at price 20, we have 400 kg. Okay, 400 kg. And at price 30 we have 480 kg. And at price 40 we have 510 kg. Okay, now I am going to rub this and then I will draw the so we will draw two axes, that is here we have x axis, that is this is our quantity supply curve and this is our price axis. Now I am going to draw derivation of, we can say that derivation of individual supply curve. Okay, derivation of individual supply curve. So price we have maximum 30, so let's consider 10, 20, 30, 40. Now at price 10, quantity supply, let's consider this one is 50, okay, 100, 150, 160, suppose this is your 200. So at price 10, if you consider the quantity supplied by only one producer, that will be your individual supply set. Okay, so price 10, quantity supply is 100 kg. So at price 10, quantity supply is 100. So where is 100? 100 is somewhere here. Okay, this is first point. Now at price 20, quantity supply is 120. So this is your 100, 120 maybe somewhere here. Suppose this is your 120. Now just straight up this. Okay, this one is also done. Now at price 30, what is the quantity? 150. At price 30, quantity supply is 150. Okay, so here is 150. Now at price 40, quantity supply is 160. Suppose this is your 160, price is okay. Now after plotting all these points, we have to join that line with the free hand. Okay, so I am joining this line with free hand. Okay, and we will get a curve, That curve is called what? Individual supply curve. Okay, so once again see here how to draw or how to derive that derivation of individual supply curve. So in order to derive the individual supply curve, we have to consider the quantity supplied by only one producer. So here I have considered the quantity supplied by producer A. So at price 10, quantity supplied by producer A is 100 kg. At price 20, the quantity supplied by producer A is 120 kg. At price 30, quantity supply is 150 kg. At price 40, quantity supply is 160 kg. So I have plotted the given information in the graph. So we have derived a curve that will be your individual supply curve. Now I'm going to derive the market supply curve. So in order to derive that market supply curve, we had the information. I have copied here. See, at price 10, the market supply. Okay, that means quantity supplied by producer A plus producer B plus producer C. We have 330 kg. Okay, now at price 20, the quantity supplied by producer A plus producer B plus producer C, we have 400 kg. And at price 30, we have 480. Okay, 480. And at price 40, we have 510. Now on the basis of this information, I will plot a graph. Okay, I'll plot a curve, and that curve will be your market supply curve. So once again, I'm going to copy this information here, and I will show you how to derive that market supply curve. Here price is same 10, 20. Now here market supply. Okay, from the previous table you can check it. Market supply at rupees 10 we have 330 kg. Okay, at 20 we have 400 kg, and at 30 we have 480 kg, and at rupees 40 we have 510 kg. Now this is your market supply schedule. Okay, now with the help of this market supply schedule, I am going to derive the market supply curve. So process is same, method is same, only the difference is that in the case of individual supply curve, we have to consider the quantity supplied by one producer, but here in the case of market supply, we have to consider the quantity supplied by many producers. So for our simplicity, we have considered only three producers: producer A, producer B, and producer C. So you can check it from the previous table. Now I am going to derive the curve. So this axis is your x-axis, quantity supplied. This is our price axis. This is our origin. So consider this one: price 10, 20, 30, 40. Now at price 10, quantity supply is 330. So consider this one is 100, 200, 300. Okay. Suppose this is your 350, this is 400, this is your 450, 450. This is suppose 500. This is suppose 510. Now at price 10, quantity supply is 300. So where is 300? 330. 330 will be somewhere here. Okay, 330. So price 10, quantity supply is 330. So plot it here, 330. Okay. Now at price 20, 400. 400 is here. At price 20, 400. Now at price 30 we have 480. 480 is here. Price is almost 30. So okay. Now at price 40 we have 510. Suppose this is your 510. Price 40, 510. Okay, this is our point. So on the basis of this price and this market supply, we have plotted all the point. Now after plotting all the point, what we'll do that we'll join this point with freehand. Okay, so I'm doing that. We'll get a curve, so that will be your market supply curve. Okay, now one more important point is there. You have to note that point while deriving the market supply curve. So if you compare this individual supply and market supply, we can see that in the case of individual supply, the supply curve will be steeper, okay, positive, or you can say that positive slope with steeper. But in the case of this market supply curve, the curve will be little flatter. Why it is flatter? Because this market supply curve is the summation means addition of individual supply curve. So individual supply curve of A, producer A, individual supply curve of producer B, individual supply curve of producer C. When we add, when we sum up, then we will derive the market supply curve, and that is why the curve, okay, market supply curve is little flatter compared to that individual supply curve. Now the next topic we have explanation of law of supply. So explanation of law of supply means we have seen that the shape of the supply curve is upward sloping or positive slope. So what is the reason behind that positive slope? Like we have already done in the case of demand curve is downward sloping. So what are the reasons, okay, that we have already discussed. Now similarly here also, what are the reasons for upward sloping supply curve? So first important reason, okay, first important reason is that when see, higher the price, okay, higher the price, if the price of a commodity is high, that means the profit margin will be more. So we can say that price of commodity will determine the level of profit, okay, price of a commodity determine the amount of profit, okay, amount of profit. Now here you have to understand the meaning. If the price is high, profit will be, if the price is high, profit will be more, okay. If the price is high, profit will be more. That means higher price will induce more profit to the producer, and if the producers are earning more profit, that profit will act as a incentives, okay. The higher profit will act as incentive to the producers, okay. That higher profit acts as a incentives, and when the producers are earning higher profit or more amount of profit, that will encourage the producers to produce more and offer for a sale in the market. So when the price is high, the profit margin will be more, and that profit margin will encourage or motivate or acts as an incentive to the producers, and the producers will start producing more and offering for sale, okay. They will start producing more and they will offer more for a sale in the market. So that is the reason why, see here, the price is high, profit will be, price is high, profit will be also high, profit will be more. So this higher price will induce more profit for the producer, profit margin will be more, and if profit margin is more, that will encourage the producers to produce more. So that is one of the important reason or explanation of this law of supply. Now the second point, okay, second explanation is that now second point we have, when the price of a commodity is high, we know that when the price is high, the profit margin will be more. But if the price is high, the producers, those who are producing the commodity, they will earn more profit. But not only that, but those who are prospective producers, those who are looking that, oh, if I produce this commodity, then profit margin will be more. Suppose say two producers are there, producer A and producer B. Okay, let's consider two producer A and producer B. Now producer A is producing, suppose say, vegetables, and producer B is producing, suppose say, wheat. Now when producer B see that producer A, by producing this vegetable they are earning more profit, okay, because the price of this vegetable is high. So what the producer B will do? Producer B, instead of producing this wheat, producer B will also start producing these vegetables. Why? What is the reason behind that? Because when some other producers see that the profit margin in this vegetable is more, then the producer B or the other producer, they will stop producing this wheat and they will shift towards the production of this vegetable. Why? Because this, in the case of this vegetable, the profit margin is more. So it not only encourage the existing producers, but it also motivate, okay, the prospective producers, those who are looking here and there, like in which item the profit margin is more. So they will also encourage the other producers to produce this vegetable because the price is high, and because of this higher price, what is their profit margin is more. So that is also one of the reason, okay, or explanation of that law of supply. And due to this, the shape of the supply curve will be upward sloping. That means higher the price, quantity supply will be more, okay. Because of this higher price, what will be there? Profit will be more, okay. Profit will be more, and if profit is more, the quantity supply will also be more, okay. Quantity supply will also be high. Now the third reason is that, okay, the explanation of this law of supply, why the supply curve is upward sloping or positive sloping, okay. So third reason is that due to marginal cost of production. Now marginal cost of production means when we produce additional quantity, okay, when we produce more amount of commodity, we can see that the additional cost of production will also goes on increasing. So here I am not explaining you this marginal cost of production. Marginal cost means the additional cost to produce one extra unit of output or one more unit of output. So whatever the additional cost is required to produce one more unit of any commodity or any output, so that concept is called marginal cost of production. Now this marginal cost of production we have to study in the next chapter, okay. So I will explain you this concept in a detail. Till now you just remember that marginal cost of production is also one of the reason for that upward sloping supply curve. So here I have explained you 3 points, okay, explanation of law of supply, why the supply curve is upward sloping. So first point was price of a commodity determine the level of profit. That means if price is high, the profit will be more, and if profit is more, that will encourage or that will motivate the producers to produce more and supply more in the market. So that was the first point. Second explanation is that when the price is high, it not only encourages the existing producers, but it also encourages or motivate the other producers, those who are looking here and there, like in which item the profit margin is more. So here I have taken two example, producer A and producer B. Now if the price of these vegetables is very high in the market, then the producer B, when they see that, oh, producer A is producing vegetables and he is earning more profit, then producer B will also stop producing this wheat and he will shift to the production of this vegetable, because the price of this vegetable is high, and when price is high, the profit margin is more, and if profit margin is more, the quantity supply by producer B will also increase. So in this way the quantity supply will increase. So these all are the explanation of this law of supply, okay, and the remaining portion will continue in the next class.